So here I am today with a truly, truly remarkable woman. It's an honor to have the opportunity to have a conversation with Jennifer Hampton, better known as Chef Sunshine, aka the vegan. What now? I want
SNOB. It's the
the
SNOB.
vegan snob. How does a
Yes.
person become a vegan snob?
Well, when you're real particular about your food
Hmm.
and trying other people's food, and you get a little to be a little snobby because they have to
No,
be
that's right.
good. You know what
Ain't
I'm
nothing
saying?
wrong with
So
that.
yeah, so that's
Hmm.
where that name came from. I used to go to different vegan restaurants to
Hmm.
try out the foods, and so I'm real hard
I
on
know
it, so
that's
it gotta
right.
be good.
So
So
before we start the conversation, what I really wanted to do to make sure that we're clear, because I kind of new to the definition, the real definition. So what's the difference, Jennifer, between being a vegetarian and a vegan? I know the answer, but I want to make sure all of our viewers know what the precise answer is.
right. So a vegan will not eat anything, just pretty much anything with a mother. So or
Oh,
any byproducts.
wow.
So that means cheese, eggs, milk. So it's not just the animal itself, it's all
Mm.
the byproducts from it.
So
So
honey.
get nothing. So
Wow. Okay.
a vegetarian will eat cheese. So they'll eat those byproducts
Hmm.
from the animal, which a vegan will not. So a lot of vegans just will say nothing with a mother or
Okay.
any byproducts from that mother.
That makes it
But
simpler.
right,
Yeah.
but a vegetarian will eat the byproducts
Now,
without eating the meat.
I also learned, and you can clarify, if you will, that being a vegan is actually a lifestyle. It's a whole
Exactly.
lifestyle. Can you give us expound on that?
Sure. So veganism is not just food.
Right.
The word vegan is about animals, animal
Hmm.
cruelty. So when you say you're a vegan, that means that you also are against animal cruelty.
Right.
You're for the environment,
Hmm.
and it's just a lot more than just food. A lot of people will say they're vegan, but it's like full Monty as far as
Right.
that they will just say.
Right.
So it's a big debate in the
Hmm.
vegan community
Hmm.
about being vegan and plant-based,
Right. Okay.
because plant-based just means that you don't eat any animal products, just like a vegan,
Right.
but you're not die hard to where you may be out there advocating for animal cruelty and
Right.
things of that nature. You're like want to throw some like Peter
Right.
and
Right.
throwing some
Right.
paint on there and stuff.
Right.
So that is the argument that's in the community.
So you can't go to a salad bar with a fur coat and call yourself a vegan.
Exactly.
Right.
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay. So
Yes.
let's talk about your journey because
Okay.
before we started the interview, but we was having some behind the scenes conversation about food specifically, right? And back in 2000, I stopped eating beef and pork and red meat. And I thought I was doing something. I thought I was halfway there, but you said absolutely not. So I eat only, poultry and fish and vegetables, but that's according to the vegan snob. That's just the tip of the iceberg. So where did you start your journey? And how was it easy for you to stop eating fried chicken?
Oh my God.
Because
As
I
I
love,
mentioned, I had a real serious relationship with chicken, fried chicken.
right?
I used to go to Wing Fest searching for that perfect wing with the
Oh,
sauce. So in 2018, I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
okay,
So the type of cancer that I had was estrogen driven.
okay,
So at that point, with all the hormones and things that they put inside the animals because they want them to be larger. Like these chicken wings are this big now,
Right. That
you
doesn't,
know?
I never understood that. Yes.
Right. So all the hormones that they put in the animals, I just didn't need that.
Mm.
My issues along with additional hormones. So I made a decision overnight. Cut cold tape turkey. Automatic. I didn't ease.
Overnight.
Yes, I didn't ease my way into it. Like some people, they'll just cut out chicken, then beef, and just gradually do it. No, it was just overnight. I didn't
Oh,
think
wow.
about it, and I just did it. So it was
Mm.
life changing
I can,
because as I
yeah.
mentioned about um y- you know um having that relationship with chicken,
Hmm.
and I just started out just saying I'm gonna, and I didn't eat mushrooms at the time.
Mm.
That was
Yeah,
absolutely, you couldn't put a mushroom inside my food. If I was at a restaurant, I would send it back.
that's
I
right.
would
That's
tell
me.
them in advance. But right now, I am the mushroom queen.
Ah.
I learned to love. So that's why I say
Mm.
everything is about what you want to put into it.
Right.
Because I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it looked and anything like that. But then I
Mm.
went to a vegan restaurant and they
Mm.
did prepare some fried oyster mushrooms, which is like a chicken replacement, and it was really good. So
Okay.
I just took it from there. Started off just eating like quinoa and spinach and just the same things every day. I
Yeah.
did. I
Yeah, you have
seasoned
to.
it up
Yeah. Hmm.
and I made it taste good and I just ate it every day.
Now let me ask you this. You're cancer free now.
Oh yes, thank
Oh
God.
yes. Clap it up for that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So your initial reason for wanting to become a vegan lifestyle person was for health reasons, right?
Right. So it started off as for health reasons,
Hmm.
but then as I grew in my veganism, it actually moved towards more for animal cruelty, things of
Yeah.
that nature. I don't wear
Yeah.
leather. I don't,
Okay.
I had a fur coat. I gave it away. And so,
Wow.
as you
That's
grow,
hmm
you kind of know what you're standing on. Because if I'm saying I'm vegan, I can say I'm plant-based, but
right.
I'm saying that I'm vegan. And it's not that I'm trying to live up to that. Once you read and do your research, it makes total sense, at least to me.
Hmm.
So that it just moved on from there.
Wow. But it's got to take a level of consistency and discipline, though, right?
Oh,
Did you ever backslide or wanna?
never,
Never. Wow.
never.
Good
And
for
the
you.
reason
Good for
why,
you.
again, I believe that I never did is because it started out as a health reason.
Right. There you go.
So
Right. Right.
now, if it didn't start as a health reason, maybe I would.
Mm.
I'm not sure. But because I always have that in the back of my head,
Hmm.
I never went back. Now that day I was smelling the chicken, it's not really good, and that's what I was
Ah.
used to.
Right.
But I cried a little tears, and that was that.
So, what you're referring to, for those that don't know, because this is a behind the scenes conversation, in the beginning of your vegan journey, your husband was at home frying up some good stuff, some good fried chicken, and you smelled it, and the tears started flowing. But is he allowed to cook that stuff now?
No,
Okay,
absolutely not.
right. Okay,
Absolutely
okay,
not. He's also now transitioned to a vegan
okay.
lifestyle.
Good for him. Good for him.
So
Yeah, yeah.
he started out slowly because he was a real meat and potatoes type of
Hmm.
guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So pork chops and
Mm-hmm.
steak and all that good stuff.
Mm.
But gradually, because I wasn't making it,
Right,
so
right.
he would eat what I made, but that would be his sides. So
Okay.
it will be his
Okay.
sides, and then he'll
Yeah.
make the
Right.
meat and
Right.
things of that nature. But
Yeah.
now it's about 2 years, where he's totally um no fish or anything. But
Okay.
for probably a year, he was like pescatarian, and
Okay.
pescatarian is where you will eat fish.
Right.
No red
No,
meat or
no
pork or
chicken.
anything like
No
that. No
chicken either.
chicken.
Yeah, my
No
uncle's a
chicken.
yeah.
Right. So
Hmm.
you'll just have fish
Yeah.
and then you'll have cheese. So it's similar to a vegetarian,
Yeah.
but now you're adding fish.
Now, what about your options though? Like when you go out, you and your husband go out on a date, or you're at a wedding or a social function. Are you hungry?
No. Well, if we go out to eat, we'll research the
Okay.
restaurant.
Yeah.
And nine times out of 10, we're gonna go to a vegan restaurant.
Hmm.
So that's what I prefer. I don't have to worry about cross contamination
Right.
and things of
Okay.
that nature.
Hmm.
Waiters not understanding that vegans don't eat cheese or eggs or anything like
Right.
that. So I try to go to vegan establishments,
Hmm.
before I go anywhere else. And then if I do go somewhere else, it has to be a place that has a vegan menu
Right. Okay.
so I can select.
Select. And when you go out to social functions, I guess you kind of know in advance what the menu's like, or you just eat at home, or
Yes, going to a
okay.
social function, I don't expect people to, it would be nice, but
Right.
I don't expect people to have anything for me
Right.
because so we'll eat before we go there.
Right.
We'll take care of that because there's several times a lot of times I don't even go to like these brunches and things of
Right.
that nature. Why am I gonna pay? It's
Right.
a
Right.
go and I can't
Exactly.
eat. So
Right. Right.
yeah,
So now you're a chef. On top
yes.
of the fact that you have initiated or started your vegan journey, you're a chef. Now, do you have a brick and mortar space?
No, I don't have a brick and mortar. I'm a private chef, which
Okay.
means that I can travel, I can come to your home, I can do my
Nice.
own pop-ups, I want to be mobile.
Hmm.
Having a brick and mortar, I would love to have one just to teach,
Right.
but
Okay.
not a full-scale restaurant
Okay.
because I love to
Okay.
teach as well. I love
Right.
giving cooking classes and letting people know that vegetables can be wonderful. You just
Mm.
have to season them up.
Right.
So you know, people used to sad vegetables, I like to say. So you have to make them happy by
Right.
seasoning them
Right.
up, making them taste good.
Now, let me ask you a question. Like, do you like to cook? I mean,
I love to cook.
okay, because see, I hate cooking. As soon as I get off of this interview with you, I have to go in the kitchen and prepare something. I use my crock pot a lot.
Okay, that's good.
I don't like cooking. I'm not a fan of it. But what are some of the things that you enjoy cooking, specifically now that you've embarked on your vegan journey?
Let's see. There's so many things that I love to cook. Like I do
Hmm.
a good vegan crab cake. That's really good. And the my mac and cheese is one of those, a vegan mac and cheese.
But what are they, can you, I mean, not to give off the secret ingredients, but what are some of the things that you would substitute? How can you make crab cakes with no crabs?
Right. So it is you can use heart of palms. Then it
Hmm?
chickpeas. And then
Okay.
it's the seasonings that you put together.
Okay.
And you wouldn't know. There's so many things that you can use as substitute. Anything that you can eat as a non-vegan, I can recreate as
Wow.
yeah, as a
So,
vegan.
so as a big fan of fried chicken wings and breasts, how could you replicate that for me without using the chicken?
Well, the fried oyster mushroom. And I know you said you don't eat mushrooms, but there is also something that's called seitan,
Okay.
and you can actually make that into chicken as well because I also
Okay.
do that. If I'm doing like a chicken parm type of
Hmm.
thing, I will
Mm.
make seitan and also ribs. So there's so many things that you can do with to have the flavor. See, most of
Right.
the people, when you eat for flavor.
You
You
do. Right.
don't eat, you don't go to the store, get your meat, come home and eat it. You
Right. Right.
season that thing up.
Right.
So
Right.
the same thing. So it's the seasonings that's making you want to eat it. So if
That's
it
true.
tastes the same, you know, that's
Or
what
the
I tell people all the time.
texture too.
Yeah, and texture. But if you're
Yeah.
getting the right texture, And because with vegan food, a lot of times people are turned off because of the texture. So that's
Mm,
one of the things that I like to teach people to cook to get that texture because you can get that texture.
mm.
It's just yeah, you just have to know what to do.
Yeah, earlier this year I went to a function in Harlem, and it was catered by a vegan restaurant or a vegan chef. And knowing this, I went when it was time to break for lunch. I went in and there was some empanadas. And
Mhm.
I was like, yes, delicious. And I asked the guy, I said, hey, brother, um, what's inside the empanadas? And I'm a person that likes to, I like to experiment with foods for the most part. So I have an open mind or whatever with most things. He said, oh, mushrooms. I was like, oh, no, 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 no. He's like, brother, if you don't like it, come back and tell me because I want you to try this. And I was like, I'm not gonna. He's like, just try it. I loved it until
Exactly.
until when I towards the like I was with a friend and we were talking, I was eating and everything was fine until I remembered that I was eating mushrooms and I kind of put it down for like the last third of the empanada. But in all honesty, had he not told me that there were mushrooms, I would have probably got more. So fair to say that I got tricked. I understand. Um, Now, I know you have done a lot of vegan socials. You're in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, which is the beautiful Poconos region of the state. What has taken place at your vegan socials? Is there
I just
music? Is there
right. So I recently had it was a taste of vegan.
yeah,
So
April, late April. Yep.
yes, well, yes, it
Mm-hmm.
was last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a pianist there. So he was actually playing some music
Mm-hmm.
there and pretty much it was like a community table. So
Okay.
everyone was sitting at the same table and they get a chance to talk, you know,
Mm-hmm.
converse and mix and mingle. So it was
Okay.
a really nice experience. It was a 5-course vegan dining
Wow.
experience.
Okay. Okay. Wow. What kind of things did you have on the table? I'm just curious.
Well, you mean as far as the courses?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I started out with the welcome bite, and the welcome bite was bruschetta with the garlic herb cashew cheese.
Hmm.
And that was just to welcome them in so they can open up their palates to let them know what they were in store for.
Okay.
After that, we had a creamy Tuscan bowl, and that's with the spinach and sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, basil, all
Right.
that good stuff, and then some sausage crumble,
Okay. Okay.
sausage crumble,
Sausage. Yeah.
crumble,
Hmm.
and then we had a watermelon feta salad, and what else we had? We had a chicken and cornbread waffle strips.
Ooh.
So it was the fried oyster mushrooms
Hmm.
with a cornbread waffle that was cut in strips
Okay.
with country gravy. So to keep it savory.
Oh man.
And then the last course, well, not the last course, but the main course was vegan salmon with the portobello mushroom steak,
Hmm.
creamy garlic mashed potatoes, and string beans. And then the last course was vanilla and chocolate duo.
Hmm.
So it was a slice of vanilla and chocolate cake. So there was two slices of cake, and then there was a strawberry coulis with a mint. So
Wow.
to
Sounds
yeah.
amazing. And I haven't eaten today, so you're killing me right now. Let's dive deeper into to you. What is your background? Are you where did you get this love for cooking in general? Because you didn't just
Oh,
start loving to cook when you became vegan, obviously.
right,
So
right.
let's talk about your where did it start for you in terms of cooking?
Say with my father. My
Okay.
father was always in the kitchen cooking and
Hmm.
just making some good stuff. And then there's a lot of chefs in my family. So
Okay.
my two brothers, my brother is just a chef,
Hmm.
and my other brother is a pastry chef.
Oh man.
And then my cousins are chefs, And so there's just a lot of people, but it seems like I am the only
Vegan.
woman.
Oh, the only woman.
Everyone
Oh,
else
wow.
are men. Most of the chefs in my family are men.
Hmm.
And yes, I am the only vegan in my family
Mm. So
at
Thanksgiving must
all.
have been really, really dynamite when you were younger.
Yes,
I
yes.
can imagine. Oh my God.
Thanksgiving was good between my father and my brothers.
Hmm.
Yeah, so really good.
So did that inspire you? The next thing obviously I want to talk to you about is your book, your cookbook, Radiant Bites. Did growing up with all of those great chefs in the house, did that inspire um your book?
It
Or
did.
okay.
For some recipes, like there's one that just make me think about my father. Like breakfast at my grandmother's house
Hmm.
with the country biscuits and the
Oh,
gravy and things of that nature. So I veganized it. So one of the
okay.
things I love to do is veganize some of my favorite recipes that from the standard American diet
Right.
that I'm not able to eat this
Right.
time.
Right.
So there's recipes from when I grew up,
Hmm.
and then there's also my mother's from the islands. So
Okay.
there's a little Caribbean things going
Yes.
on. So that's why
Yeah.
it's like my Caribbean Southern roots,
Roots.
you
Yes.
know, yeah.
That's a delicious combination right there. You know.
It
So
is. It is.
I'm assuming based on your Caribbean roots, well, and your Southern roots, spices are important to you.
Spices are very important.
Hmm.
Spices, and there's so many spices out there in the world.
Hmm.
I try to use all of them.
I know
I want
that's
to
right.
use
Yeah.
all of them. Not all in
Yeah.
the same dish.
Right. Right. Right.
Not all
Right.
in the same dish, but there's so many out there
Hmm.
that I like to use different spices. Then it takes away from having to use a lot of salt.
Right.
A
Because
lot
that's
of people
important.
cook and they're just using Laurie's or Sasson and
Right.
all these other ones when you can just use those spices and create such tasty dishes, and then
Amazing.
add a pinch of salt,
Right.
and that's all you
Yeah.
need.
Because I like to cook
Yeah.
using, as a person who has high blood pressure and diabetes in the family, I prefer to cook, using as many other vegetables as possible to season whatever it is that I'm putting together. Now, we've talked a lot about vegetables. We've talked extensively about meat substitutes. Let's talk about fruit. What do you do with fruit? Because fruits don't have parents, so
Oh,
you could
fruits.
so you could eat fruits. What is some of the things you like to do with a good
Oh,
potato or apple? What like
well, with apples, I tend to just juice them to make my
okay,
own juice. It's just
mhm,
best. Whenever you have the fruit, it is best to use the fruit for anything, even orange juice,
right,
apple juice,
yeah,
beet juice,
mm-hmm,
things of that nature does what I do, and watermelon juice.
mm-hmm,
I guess I'm a typical black girl. I love some watermelon. Love
right,
watermelon.
right,
And I didn't really eat watermelon until I became vegan
okay,
because I try to eat everything,
right,
every vegetable and every fruit.
hmm,
I want to, I want to taste it. I want to see
right,
what I can do with it. So,
right.
yeah, watermelon is my favorite. So I'll make a watermelon juice, watermelon feta. I can do a watermelon sushi. There's
Wow.
just so many things that you can do with fruits. And yeah.
And what about like, I'm sorry, I had to mention this, my favorite dessert of all time, sweet potato pie. Can you still eat that?
Mm, Make
I
a mean make a
oh,
mean vegan sweet potato pie.
I know
But
that's
if
right.
you look at the ingredients in a sweet potato pie, there's there's no
What?
reason why it can't be veganized. The only thing is some people put eggs in their sweet
Oh, right,
potato
right.
pie.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
unnecessary.
Right.
Just like people put eggs in their mac and cheese. It's unnecessary. You really don't
Okay.
need it. So I make a mean sweet potato pie,
And
vegan
and
sweet
and
potato pie.
and with your Caribbean roots, just assuming you must love plantains because I don't have any Caribbean roots that I know of, but I
Uh-huh.
love me some West Indian food. I love me some plantains. So do you tend to use a lot of do you tend to cook a lot of vegetables I'm sorry, a lot of fruits like plantains and or do you just eat most fruits raw?
Now, I mostly eat fruits raw. I
Okay.
did make a plantain curry stew
Okay.
last week. It was pretty good, but picking a plantain, you just have to, you don't want it to be too sweet if you're going to make it savory. A little
Okay.
sweet, good, but the plantain I got was a little too sweet. So
Okay.
it wasn't as great as I wanted it to be.
So
But
go on, let's revert back to your book. Um, Talk to me about what the inspiration was to actually put all of these ideas into a book form, because it's one thing to have all of these great recipes from the family, at your disposal, but to want to put them in a book. What was your driving force behind that, and how has it been for you thus far?
well, with the book, a lot of people will ask me, do you have a recipe book? Do you can you teach me? I don't know what to do. Cooking
Hmm.
vegan is so hard. So I wanted to put together a book that would with simple recipes. So there's recipes that go from simple recipes to recipes if you're let's say having a dinner party and you may have that
Okay.
vegan there so they don't
Right.
have to eat, before
Right.
they get
Before
there.
they come, right?
So it's easy to make recipes. And that was my main point in doing this because there's a lot of people who want to make that jump, but they're just afraid. They don't know how to do it. So I
Right.
put together with the book is set up with breakfast recipes. There is desserts, there's everything. So to give you a jump start, if you
Yeah.
really want to do this, here's the recipes to
Right.
help you make that transition.
Now, actually a year ago, well, a couple of years ago, in the May-June issue of Intrigue Magazine, we featured you. What was it like for you to have your love for veganism um displayed for the world in our magazine?
I was very excited. Anytime I can get the good vegan word out, I
Hmm.
love to do it. So I was very excited to have the opportunity to be featured in the magazine. So someone who might be turning those pages, I might inspire them.
Yes, ma'am. Right, exactly. And you also travel. I know you come to New York City, which is where I'm located, and do events in the city. When is your next what is your itinerary looking like for late spring?
Late spring. Well, I will be at the Bronx Vegan Bazaar,
Okay.
which is 1125 Grand Concourse Avenue
Mm-hmm.
in the Bronx, and
Mm-hmm.
it is at the Andrew Freeman Center.
Okay.
So it's a monthly event,
Okay.
and so it's a full vegan event,
Wow.
and there's maybe about 10 vendors there, and I
Okay.
am one of the resident vendors
Vendors. Okay.
there. And it's just wonderful to be there. Also, there they give produce away for the community. So
Mm-hmm.
anyone can just come bring a bag and just fill themselves up. So it's a great place. I love it there.
That's have you been able to utilize those particular events to push your book?
Yes, everywhere I go, I have
Okay.
my book with me in my
Okay.
car. Just I put up my sign when I'm there and I buy books. I mean, excuse me, people buy books from
Mm-hmm.
me there. Any event, anytime you see me, my books are not far away.
Far away. Okay.
Yes.
I actually have a great relationship with a awesome bookstore up in Boston, in the Roxbury section of Boston, which is the home of New Edition and Donna Summer and myself. That's where I'm originally from.
Okay.
It's a black bookstore, the only black bookstore in Massachusetts, and definitely a haven for black excellence and black literacy. I definitely want to connect you with them. They're called Frugal Books. Definitely want to connect you with them because I think that your book would be an awesome addition to their catalog, and I definitely want to assist all authors. I'm one myself in spreading the word about your journey, because I think it's just awesome that it came from a place of pain. You know what I mean? And ended up in a place of triumph, and look at your skin. I don't know if that's the lighting or the makeup, but it's
That
probably
that's that
the see. I
vegan in
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Vegan
See,
in me.
I know it. Plus, black don't crack unless you use it. I always
Yes,
say that, you know. But
that's good.
what are some of the we'll close out with the health properties. What are some of the health benefits? I know for you, you were battling the big C, right? But
Yes.
for other people who are not necessarily battling a specific ailment or an illness, what are some of the benefits, the physical health benefits of having a vegan lifestyle?
Well, once you transition to a vegan lifestyle or more plant forward,
Hmm.
instantly you're going to lose weight.
Yeah.
So your body is going to go
Wow.
into a shock because you're no longer eating. And when I say plant-based, not the high processed foods. High processed foods is really not going to help you when you
Okay.
first transition, especially if you want to lose weight, if
Right.
you're struggling with high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol. Eating plant-based, that means that no processed foods would help you 100%. My husband, he was battling diabetes and high blood pressure. He is 100% off everything. He is nothing.
No
When
metformin for him, huh?
nothing, all of that is
Oh,
gone.
wow.
And just making a lifestyle change with your diet helps you all around. Eating
Yes.
more vegetables is something, even if you don't want to make the big jump, your plate should be full with more vegetables than meat. The color, your plate should look very colorful.
Okay.
If your plate is just looking browns because it's the meats that's cooked and now they're brown,
Right.
that it's not a good thing. You
Hmm.
should have greens and you should have reds, the carrots, and your plate should look like a rainbow.
Wow.
So when it comes to the health aspect of it, and not just for big major sicknesses like cancer, just overall high blood pressure. If you are borderline pre-diabetic, you can bring yourself straight down just by changing, making
Wow.
big changes to your diet.
Yeah.
When people take pills for, let's say, high blood pressure and diabetes, it is not intended for you to take it forever. you
Right.
know, you
Exactly.
shouldn't be on these things for years.
Right.
And it is drastic to just cut the meat like I did,
Hmm.
but it can help you
Right.
by, even if your meat look like this and your plate is full with vegetables, you made a big
Big change.
change for
Yeah.
health.
Yeah.
And that's it is just something very important that we all should, we want to be here for a long time, not a
Right.
short time,
That's
okay?
right. Yeah.
We want to be able to walk by ourselves
Hmm.
and do things like you said, black don't crack unless you crack. You have to people have to have that same mentality that comes to your
Absolutely.
body and what you put in with food, because your body will crack. Your face may still look good, but your body will crack
That's
if you
right.
don't take care of what you put in there.
Right.
So it took for me to being diagnosed with cancer to make the change. I always ate healthy, but I did eat chicken and turkey and things of that nature. I mean, I feel wonderful. I double
Hmm.
dutch, I jump rope, I roller skate. I do all these things,
Nice.
and I think it's because I have the energy, and my body just feels good. And I'm not just one of those crazy vegans that everybody go vegan and this is what this, because I did eat meat. I didn't
Right.
grow up a vegan.
Right.
I ate the standard American diet. But when you know better, you do better.
Right.
And so, yeah, so I just tell everybody to be a little bit more plant forward. Even
Yes.
if you are not going to take the big plunge, monitor yourself for 30 days
Okay.
and check your blood pressure. See if it's made a big difference. And if it made a big difference and you go back, then that means that you want your body to crack. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
So,
Exactly.
just being more plan forward is just wonderful for everyone.
Yeah. And such an amazing testimony. You were so bright and just have such great words and I can't help but wonder if it even if have being on a vegan journey even kind of intensifies your spirit, your brightness, your makes you happier. You have this real radiance about you, Queen, that is infectious, it's magnetic. And I wonder, do you think that's also as a result of what you put in your body? Because
Is
mental
because
health, mental
right,
health.
it does help with your mental health. So now I might sound like a crazy vegan now, but if the animals, that you're
Mhm.
eating, when they were killed to produce this meat, it was tragedy. It was, you know,
Traumatic.
it was traumatic. You're eating that. So how you are what you eat. So if you're eating death and you're eating the all the agony that this animal went through, yeah, I believe that it does do something to your mental health. And so I think it plays a lot. So I guess
Mhm,
maybe I am a little clearer in my head
mhm.
because I'm not taking on that pain and
Yes.
everything that that animal went through just before it became your chicken, beef, your everything else. And so
Well, you are what you eat. That was a real powerful point. And now I don't know what the hell I'm going to eat for dinner because I was about to put some chicken in the crock pot. But no, you made some really, really excellent points, and I really, really appreciate your testimony, your knowledge, because it's not really, again, being a vegan is a lifestyle. It's not just about what you eat, it's how you think and how you view the world and how you move in the world. I think that basically and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Jennifer, but it seems to me that if a person can commit themselves to being a vegan, not just um for the food choices, but for the bigger picture, then that's gotta change who you are as a human being and how you view the world. You have a bigger responsibility to respect life, right?
right, that sounds good. That sounds accurate. That
Yeah,
sounds accurate
yeah,
because that is definitely the case. I see things a little different, now, especially when it comes to animals. Oh my
yeah,
God. I live in the Poconos. So, the deer, they get hit constantly. I
yeah,
can't, before I would see one like, oh, another deer or whatever. Now I'd be like, oh my God, it's a
yeah,
deer.
yeah.
And so, and it's like my growth in veganism, you know, I'm
Mm,
I'm not head vegan, but I learned so much.
mm,
That it's not just about the health. The health thing is a good, wonderful thing,
right.
but it's just so much more.
Yeah, it's the physical health is the most obvious, but then as you stated brilliantly in the conversation, mental health is serious. It's definitely it affects your mental health and your global and societal and humane views towards other living things and probably us too seems to be that being a vegan has just definitely created populace of people that seem warmer, that seem a little bit more caring.
So, in every group, there's that one. But
Well, of course,
pretty
yeah, of
much,
course,
pretty
yeah,
much everyone I meet, like in different organizations, and when I go to different pop-ups and things of that nature, it is normally warm. The
hmm
greeting is warm, and yeah, we're all together in
yeah,
this, and you kind of feel it when you're around in a group full of vegans.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a community thing, not just about
Yes, it's
what you
definitely
choose
a
to eat. Yeah.
definitely a community thing.
So what's next for the vegan snob? And I have to give you a new title, the vegan queen,
All right,
because
I'll take that.
one can look up to you in your travels, your which again were birthed in pain. I know that, I have a very sensitive spot in my heart for the C word and victims of that. I always say, if only cancer would get cancer, the world would be a better place. You know what I'm saying? But I just the fact that you have shared so much. What's next for you?
Well, what's next? I wrote a children's book,
Okay.
and I wanted to put it out this year. I'm
Okay.
hoping probably by the end of the year. It's a
Okay.
children's book to let children know that vegetables are good for you. Vegetables are good
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
You have to grab them when they're younger. You have to teach them when
Hmm.
they're young, and you know, keep them away from McDonald's and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Let them know about gardening and um yeah, just pretty much eat all your vegetables. Let them taste every vegetable out there. And
Yeah.
that's the one thing. So I want to grab the young kids and I want to be able to get this book out
Hmm.
and then able to go to probably some schools or libraries and things
Right.
of that nature so I can read to them this book. I would love to have a couple more A Taste of Vegans in different cities and states. That's something I really want to focus on
Okay.
because I love the elevated dining experience because it's much more than that. A lot of people, they see me, they may think that I'm just a soul food vegan chef. I'm so much more. So
Mm.
I like to do these elevated dining experience so I can show a little bit of everything, different cuisines. There's so many cuisines out there in the world. I want them all. I want
Right.
to show that I can do them all. So I want to
Mm.
do a lot of elevated dining experiences, possibly get a few celebrities under my belt. I
Hmm.
did cook for Bow-Legged Lou, and
Okay.
so that was like the
Good guy.
yeah,
Very good guy.
that was so I would love to get a few more celebrities under my belt as far as cooking for them. I'm just open for any opportunities that that fits
Hmm.
my
Right.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
And yeah, get this book out and just travel.
Mm, love it. Yeah, it's very important that you said that about young people. In my family, I've always eaten vegetables ever since I can remember. And so as a result, there's only two vegetables that I don't like, mushrooms and beets. Every other vegetable you can name, I know I don't like beets.
Beets are I and I didn't like beets as well. I
Yeah.
didn't like beets, but sometimes when something is so good for you, you
Hmm.
have to think past that. And beets are a very good source of
For the
iron.
blood. Right. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
and so now I drink it. I eat beets every single day.
Wow.
I wake up to that because it's so good for you. It helps with high blood pressure. And a lot of people are suffering with high blood pressure. Drink some blood. Drink some beet.
You
Drink some
drink
beet.
some blood.
No, drink some drink some
Beet
beet juice.
juice. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I know.
And
I
it
know.
is what is just wonderful. So I just want for people to stop saying they don't like things and just give it a try
Try.
because doing it, if it's going to benefit your body, because right now, after a certain age, we want to preserve our bodies.
Right.
And if we have to eat things that we didn't like before, learn to like it
Right.
because there's so many things that we don't like that we do every day.
Exactly.
Maybe
That's
work,
a good
maybe
point.
work
That's
and
a good
stuff.
point.
So if it's going to benefit our bodies, let's do it. And like mushrooms, like I said, I didn't like beets, but now I eat them every day. I eat sprouts and it's a good thing. Broccoli sprouts are very good for
Yes,
you.
I love me some broccoli. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
So not just the broccoli, if you get the sprouts
Sprouts.
because it's more potent. to
Okay.
get the sprouts. But broccoli is good as well because that's one of my favorite vegetables to eat. But I like to get the sprouts as well because it has more cancer fighting abilities with the
Wow.
sprouts itself.
Okay.
So
It's
yeah,
been such an awesome experience talking to you, absorbing your knowledge, embracing your journey. Is there anything else that you want to say to our audience? You just shared so much, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
I would just like to say eat your vegetables. It is good for your body. Even if you don't like it, close your eyes, open your mouth, and just put it in there. I would say give yourself 30 days. Give your gut a 30-day reset.
Okay.
It will help you tremendously. Get a colonic because a lot of people are having gut problems
Yes, ma'am.
from what they're putting in their bodies. It's still backed up. So the steak you had last year is probably still in your gut.
Yeah, and
So
God.
your gut is your
Mm,
it's the center point for everything.
yes, ma'am.
So I would just say give yourself 30 days, get your gut clean, and eat your vegetables. It's
And
good for you.
how can people contact you if they would like to book you for speaking engagements, for chefing engagements, and also for those who want to purchase your book? How can people get in touch with you?
Well, right now my website is not functional,
Okay.
but if they want to get in contact with me, I do have a business number
Okay.
that I do answer, and it will be 332-215-4448. They can
Okay.
get in contact with me. I answer all, or they can contact me via email. It is thevegansnob@yahoo.com. That's thevegansnob@yahoo.com. I will get in contact with you. I do private chef. Uh, I can do cooking classes. I do
Okay.
cooking sips. Cooking sips are like similar to painting sips. I show you how
hmm
to make a vegan meal while you can sip on cocktails and mocktails. So
Nice.
all your vegan needs I can take care of.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I really appreciate you. It's been more than a pleasure, and I hope to get more information from your book and from your speaking. I'm gonna have to come out. I mean, I ain't the best chef in the world, and that's putting it lightly, but I want to learn, and I think that what better teacher than Chef Sunshine to bring me into the fold?
Yes, I'll help you cross over
Yes,
to,
ma'am.
to the
Thank you so
rainbow
much.
side.
To the rainbow
Okay.
side, yes, of
Yes.
vegetables, yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful, wonderful
All right.
vegan
Thank you. Thank you for
inspired
having me.
day. Thank
Thank
you.
you for having me. Have a good evening.
You
All
too.
right.
Thanks.
Bye.